So, first of all, greetings, Tashidele, to all of my Dharma friends. I hope that you are well and I hope that you are happy. So we have been going step by step through the Lamrim, or the stages of the paths topics, and Geshe believes that today will be our 8th installment. So Geshe is just sharing with you how the outlines of the Lamrim work. So the first is how to train in relying upon the spiritual friend, the root of the path. And the next one is having relied the actual stages of training the mind. And in terms of the way to rely upon the virtuous friend or the spiritual teacher, the root of the path, Geshe said we will get to that and we will approach that topic very slowly. It is indeed very important. And so in terms of the names of these teachings, the Lamrim, or the stages of the path, this means as stages or steps. So these steps that we need to follow so that from lifetime to lifetime we can have a good rebirths. The steps that we can follow so that we can approach liberation, complete freedom from samsara, and the steps that we need to follow to journey on the bodhisattva path and eventually reach complete Buddhahood. So because of these teachings contain all of those steps expressed in an unmistaken, unconfused way, they are known as the Lamrim, the stages of the path. So then one of the important teachings contained here is that in terms of happiness and suffering, how they come about, the doer of this, the doer that brings forth happiness and suffering, yes, it is the mind, but especially karma, cause and effect. So that's the topic. If we know how to protect our karma, we can make sure that we are accumulating less unwholesome karma, and we will know how to correctly engage with what is wholesome or positive, good karma. However, through purifying negative or unwholesome karma and merely accumulating wholesome or positive karma, is that enough for us to achieve liberation from samsara? No, it is not enough in itself to do that. That happens through the important practice of recognizing and developing the positive mental qualities, in particular wisdom. It is through the development of wisdom and those mental qualities that one can get rid of the root problem which causes samsara, and that is affliction or unwholesome minds. So today, because the topic is cause and effect, so we will explore this topic of karma, and we will try to approach it from the perspective of a meditation. So please put your body and mind in a relaxed state. So all of the things of this world, whether we speak about the mountains, the trees, the buildings, and so forth, any worldly objects, we could, if we were to ask, do they arise in the absence of causes and conditions? They do not arise in the absence of causes and conditions. And also in terms of ourselves or others, all of us, if we were to take this body or these bodies that we possess, do these arise in the absence of causes and conditions? No. They arise connected to causes and conditions. We could say that in terms of the karma from which these experiences arise, there are two types. We could say that shared or common karma, cause and effect that is shared between us, and each of our own individual karmas, or uncommon karma. So in terms of, if we think of the situation of this world, which we human beings, along with other beings such as the animals, inhabit, many of the aspects of this world that arise, these are arising from our shared or common karma. And if we think of the body that we possess, if this is something that arises from our uncommon or our individual karma, for those of us who are human beings, this human being arises mainly due to individual virtuous causes, virtuous karma we've accumulated. And in terms of this human body that we possess now, that didn't come from small instances of wholesome karma, small instances of virtuous karma. It came from powerful, wholesome, virtuous karma. In fact, we could say that it came from a collection of three main causes. Firstly, the main cause, the protection of pure ethics, the assisting factor of training in the 6 paramitas or perfections, and engaging in stainless prayers. It is because of the great difficulties we endured accumulating these positive causes, the great effort we put forth in previous lifetimes, that we have the situation of this human rebirth, this human body that we inhabit now. So we should think how fortunate I am that I have this human body that I possess now, and this only arises due to powerful, wholesome deeds, positive karma I accumulated in the past. I rejoice in that accumulated positive karma.
doi rugi chishwa ina hal levitne sendela se me bata chibaretis hal levitne ketsawash.
However, if I use this opportunity, the basis of this human rebirth, to engage in unwholesome activities, which would lead to me being reborn in the unfortunate states, the three unfortunate states of existence, would be something really foolish, almost as if I weren't thinking at all. Thoughtless.
Le ngeba hal levit sa chimbochi da ka chimbochi za mugi le kaze sa yoba ina yum sendela ziti mamboyo dende yare tejme wasako.
So, negative karma, unwholesome karma, something very important, heavy to be aware of. And in terms of this unwholesome or non-virtuous karma, even in this life, we have definitely accumulated a measure. Therefore, it is very important to engage in the practice of purifying that unwholesome karma.
Kile matsendel zo karso ya bayina teji siwo temba shinil tenen ji ma somba chine ta ne zute apochi yi somba tembo ko
We want to have a firm thought, first of all, remembering the non-virtuous karma, the heavy unwholesome things that you have done in this life, bringing that to mind, reflecting on that, and then making a promise that it was not okay I engaged in that unwholesome action. I will restrain myself from doing it again.
gile to chiwo kandi ji sa bayina yo de za chimo de ji ha is tende so to res.
Any type of virtuous or wholesome karma that I want to accumulate, because the powerful basis of this human rebirth I have now, I can definitely accumulate it if I set my mind to it.
gile inare ma gile inare chuju de chimo kandi ji ina yo le ngeba san jiwa ngeba da wachi de res.
And whether we speak of virtuous karma, whether we speak of non-virtuous karma, or I like to say wholesome and unwholesome karma, no matter how big or small that karma may be, it is certain. Karma is certain. It will bring forth a result.
le pyechewa sen to boni pa chunji ma to sa me ba ina yo ane ni pa ti chero chero non tenen diwa chembochi to go res.
The next point is that karma increases. So even if just a small cause is accumulated, over time it gathers in momentum, it increases, and a small cause with time can lead to a great result.
Shin jiwil sabe to tela sabe chunji ma to me na yin jiwa chimbo ya ba yin no le tele chu ane chewa yi za ha le vet ne le ne sa cha chimbo to ka chimbo ya.
So for example, if you think about how from a small seed, a very small seed, a huge tree can grow and manifest, in this way, from a small karma, a small deed, a great result can manifest. It's very important.
Tem gele dupi kala do me le me yu zu ona me yu zu ane sen ji yu zu che to ne ge wa de yo so no to ne gele sa ba yina sen ji re re la tin so so le le ge wa isa le chaba ba gele chaba ba ma no ji res.
So when we are engaging in the practice of accumulating virtuous karma, wholesome karma, if we can think that I am not doing this only for myself, I am doing this for all human beings, or even vaster, I am doing this for all sentient beings, I am engaging in this positive action for the benefit of all sentient beings. Each sentient being acts as a basis of accumulation for that action. So by thinking in this way, you are able to collect a vast rainfall of positive karma, of wholesome karma. With this human body, with this human brain, we can think in these vast ways. We can accumulate in these vast ways. So how wonderful to do that. What an incredible opportunity. If we can think that any being that I encounter, I will try to benefit them and I will not harm them. Just through thinking like that continuously, we accumulate a vast rainfall of wholesome, positive karma. So if we're able to use this way of thinking and to accumulate these vast amounts of wholesome, positive karma, then yes, the small mistakes, instances of negative karma will not be able to harm that positive potential. With whatever time I have left in this human life, I have this amazing opportunity to engage in wholesome conduct, wholesome behavior of body, speech, and mind. Have a stable mind thinking from lifetime to lifetime. I must aim for a positive rebirth in human and celestial realms. From lifetime to lifetime, I will strive to draw closer to liberation. So we'll pause there. So Geshe said that was just our brief presentation, and Geshe said there's actually 4 points, but as we were pressed for time, we weren't able to cover everything very fully. So Geshe said those 4 points are: karma is certain, karma increases, you do not meet with the results of actions, you did not accumulate, and karma accumulated does not perish, right? So for a good understanding of this topic, one goes through all of those. So of course, with the understanding that karma, cause and effect is something very important, an important thing to understand, then as much as possible accordingly engage the body, speech and mind with actions that are wholesome or virtuous. Thanks very much. We'll end here.